Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dig Site, and today we are back with yet another Reviewing Dinosaurs episode. This time it is about none other than the bird mimic Ornithomimus. Currently there are two recognized species of Ornithomimus, Ornithomimus velox and Ornithomimus edmonticus. Now there is another named Ornithomimus samueli, however that species has been up for debate, and from what I found had alternatively been classified as either Drosyomimus or Struthiomimus. Ornithomimus velox was discovered by George Lyman Cannon on June 30th, 1889, found in the Denver Formation of Colorado. The remains found were partial hindlimb and forelimb, and 1 year later it was named by Othniel Charles Marsh in 1890. Whereas Ornithomimus edmonticus was discovered a little bit later on by George F. Sternberg in the Horseshoe Canyon Formation in 1916. This was the first skeleton that had been found of this dinosaur. Ornithomimus lived during the late Cretaceous period around 72.6 to 69.6 million years ago. They mainly lived in what is now known as North America, specifically the western area, a predominant area being Alberta. Ornithomimus could potentially grow up to 12 to maybe 15 feet long, 7 feet in height, and weigh up to 374 pounds. Ornithomimus was a part of the Ornithomimid family. Members of this family include Gallimimus, Archaeornithomimus, and more. These interesting animals ate mostly plants. Now, interestingly enough, Ornithomimus, or I guess all ornithomimids, belong to the theropod group. However, unlike most theropods, these animals eat plants, like I said previously. Now, the reason for this is because of the lack of teeth this animal had, as well as having a beak. To back up this claim, there have been some other ornithomimid remains found in Asia having gastrolith stones found in the stomachs. These stones would help digest and grind tough plant matter the Ornithomimus ate. Ornithomimus has appeared in a few movies and TV shows. However, the most notable show this animal has been featured in was Prehistoric Planet. The Prehistoric Planet version depicts the animal with feathers, almost like an ostrich, whereas other shows or books have depicted this animal as a leathery skinned animal. We will come back to the subject later on. For the sake of this video, we will explore primarily Ornithomimus edmonticus. This Ornithomimus species is currently the only one to have lived in Canada. It is believed that Ornithomimus lived on the coastal plains of the Western Interior Seaway. The Western Interior Seaway was an inland sea connecting the modern-day Arctic Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. This divided North America into two. The environment where Ornithomimus stayed would change drastically over millions of years, due to changes in sea levels as well as climatic fluctuations. The temperatures of these habitats would change from humid wetlands to cool forested areas. Ornithomimus is believed to have traveled in small herds due to the many bone beds found. These herds potentially carried up to 14 ornithomimids, however there could have been more. Something interesting to note is that these herds included predominantly young Ornithomimus, around 1 to 2 years of age, as well as some others in the 3 to 7-year-old range. This means that the adults did not live in these herds, suggesting that the young lived apart from the more mature individuals until they were at an appropriate age to socialize with other Ornithomimus. Ornithomimus lived around dinosaurs such as Centrosaurus and Edmontosaurus. However, Ornithomimus also lived with predatory dinosaurs such as Dromaeosaurus and the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex. But how did it defend itself against attacks? Well, one of the advantages Ornithomimus has is its incredible speed. Ornithomimus had large leg muscles, and paleontologists suggest that the animal could reach up to speeds around 30 km per hour and 60 km per hour, with some even saying that they could run up to 80 km per hour. Ornithomimus had a poor sense of smell, suggesting that it probably had relied on its eyesight. The eyes of this dinosaur were large compared to the size of its skull. This allowed the animal to efficiently find food, as well as having an easier time detecting predators. In 2008, a paleontologist named Francois Therrien discovered that Ornithomimus had feathers on one of the skeletons they found. This made it the first feathered dinosaur to have ever been found anywhere in the Western Hemisphere, as well as the fact that it was the first time feathers were found on any ornithomimid anywhere in the world. It was then discovered that not only did Ornithomimus have feathers, but they also had wings. However, these were not the wings that would give flight to an animal, but rather for display. That is the end of today's Reviewing Dinosaurs episode. Most of the information was from the Canadian Encyclopedia, an article written by Francois Therrien. Would you believe I posted on time this week? I know, crazy. I would also just like to mention that I have started working on the first Jurassic Discussions video, which will come out someday. I don't know a specific date, but it will come out. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe, as well as turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any more of my series, either videos like this, or more of my Jurassic Park Abandoned Mysteries. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video.